An education from Keller High School is extremely valuable. Our students are prepared for the challenges and successes that await them after high school. This is true of this year's Salutatorian. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce the Salutatorian for the class of 2025, Nathaniel Davis.
Good evening, esteemed teachers, administrators, beloved family and friends, and of course, the graduates of the Keller High School class of 2025. On behalf of the entire class, I'd like to thank our families who nurtured and supported us, our teachers who ignited our curiosity and fostered our learning, and most of all, the many coaches, directors, and mentors who contributed to shaping us into the young adults we are today. You never know how the time, energy, and effort you pour into others will manifest, if only for a moment, a day, or a lifetime. We are so grateful. Seated before me is the future. Among our class are your next doctors, nurses, public servants, elected representatives, artists, scientists, armed forces, and so much more. Someone here may cure cancer. The next great American novelist might be in our presence, or perhaps an Olympic gold medalist or Hall of Famer. We are tomorrow's educators who will inspire the next generation, engineers who will design new technologies, attorneys who will help you navigate the legal system, and bankers, because I've heard we're all going to need a loan someday. Yet at this very moment, most of us find ourselves at the beginning of a real-life choose-your-own-adventure book. The ending is to be determined, but our choices and opportunities are limitless. Class of 2025, we will always be connected by the traditions and memories experienced at Keller High. We have stretched our minds in the classrooms, engaged in teamwork under the glow of stadium and stage lights, and worked independently to establish our own identities. We share the pop culture of our generation, from singing and dancing to Go Noodle videos in formative years, and later enjoying TikTok challenges, Insta stories, and trying to maintain our snap streaks in the thousands. We reminisce about both the good and the bad. I find it telling that our senior walks are at elementary schools and not at middle schools. We prefer the nostalgia of playgrounds and pizza parties rather than pimples and puberty. Like you, I have journeyed around the sun only 18 times. So you might be wondering, what profound words do I have to offer? At this point, I'm pretty sure the only thing I can weigh on is confidence is that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and dragons aren't real. And y'all will never forget that. Ultimately, recognizing that I still have far to go and being equipped with my small toolkit of life skills, I reflected on the words of my minister who reminded me, do not forget what brought you here will not take you there. It's a daunting and exciting contemplation. Therefore, in pondering what I want to present you today, I decided to heed the advice of Confucius and quote, study the past if you want to define the future. In short, I turned to some older, potentially wiser, and more well-seasoned folks. Over the past month, I surveyed 4 generational cohorts, their birth years ranging from 1925 to 1994. You know, those of the prior century, the 1900s. All inspirational people in my life, those surveyed represent a rich collection of careers, backgrounds, and cultures. I posed 3 simple questions. What is the best advice you've ever received? What is the worst advice you've ever received? And what do you wish you had known when you were 18 years old? The first cohort, the silent generation, also known as the greatest generation, is composed of those born from 1925 to 1945, who lived through the Great Depression and World War II, and are characterized by perseverance and grit. In responding to the survey, this group leaned toward the practical, sharing these pearls of wisdom. Never give up. Be thrifty, waste not, want not. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Work together. It's the only way to win a war. And above all, no whining. Following them are the baby boomers, born between 1946 and 1964, our grandparents. Goal-oriented and work-centric, the boomers are sticklers for detail, with survey responses ranging from check, then double check, to presentation is 70% of everything, and please wear business-appropriate attire to interviews. They're committed to efficiency, advising us to never be complacent and don't leave anything for tomorrow that you can do today. Reflecting back on what they wish they'd known at 18, they emphasize the importance of embracing your religious faith, appreciating the values of your education, and listening to your parents. The baby boomers then begat the next generation, for which I'll pause to take a moment to say, we see you, Gen Xers, we hear you. You are not invisible. Class of 2025, Gen X is represented here today by many of our parents, born between 1965 to 1979. Known as the latchkey generation, Gen X prides itself in being resilient and has sought more of a work-life balance than those who came before them. This is epitomized in the survey response of a Gen X dentist who commented that the best and worst advice she ever received was, "You can do it all." Maybe because they are our parents, they cut us some slack, telling us to be yourself. You don't have to be the best at everything. Give yourself the grace you give others. It's okay to have fun. Take the trip and figure out a way to see the world behind your own base. Place job satisfaction above money. Happiness is low overhead. Live below your means. And, in the words of Ms. Simmons, don't worry about the small stuff. Things happen, and life is not meant to be perfect, so embrace the imperfections. They also caution of the unexpected detours ahead, dosing out reality with, you are going to suffer. You get to choose how, by doing the hard things or by suffering the consequences of not doing them. You can make plans, but be prepared to change them. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. And listen to your heart, but use your brain to make a good decision while knowing it is okay to not have all the answers. The final cohort surveyed was the millennials, born between 1980 to 1994, also represented by many of our parents. Like the Gen Xers, this group also seeks a healthy work-life balance with a focus on taking care of our mental health, offering recognize each day as a gift. Your dreams are your own. Don't allow others to put limits on them. Don't be ashamed of your mistakes. Everybody makes them. Own them and learn. Create, encourage, forgive others and yourself. And what one millennial wished he'd known when he was 18, it really is much better than you think it is. Among the responses in all the cohorts, there were a few outliers like bloopers and movie credits. I wasn't sure what to do with them, but since these people were so strongly convicted to share the following as one piece of good advice in a lifetime, I'd be remiss not to pass on these golden nuggets. Don't play Bean Boozled, you'll vomit. If someone offers you a breath mint, take it. Don't remarry your ex. French fries, a second on the lips, a lifetime on the hips. Don't be a jackwagon, or a word I cannot say. And always use a coupon or promo code. Thanks, Mom. Well, at last we have arrived. Gen Z, ready to take the baton handoff in life's relay. Who are we? The class of 2025 is the largest graduating high school class in the history of the United States. The iPhone was released when we were born. We've always had Google and social media, and Taylor Swift's career has spanned our entire existence. As digital natives, our future entails chasing rapidly evolving technology and the uncharted challenges of competing with AI for our careers and livelihood. Each generation launches into adulthood among different circumstances, but at the core, our human experiences are more similar than different. We all want to carve out a purpose. We will know love and loss, success and failure. One day, our music will be retro, our clothes vintage, and some kid like me may ask you for an advice survey. Speaking of the survey, While attempting to condense all the invaluable knowledge into a tidy takeaway, I kept circling back around to a simple team mantra practiced by my recreational t-ball, soccer, and basketball coach, who was also my dad. It goes like this: play hard, play fair, have fun. Fellow graduates, we will play fair, prioritizing teamwork and being guided by empathy. We will play hard in our careers and endeavors, leaving behind a better world. And most of all, we'll have fun, pausing to discover the joy and beauty all around us. So, class of 2025, wherever you go and whatever you do, play hard, play fair, and by all means, have fun. Thank you.